today I'm going to talk about basic dino breeding for bosses and how to get your dino boss armies to max level before you take them against the boss. Now you see here I have the Rex, the Yudi, the Aloe, the Therizinosaur, and the Megatherium. And there's my Giga over there, he's for extinction. Now I have my breeding facility over in Crystal Isles just because it's easier for me. Now I have bred all of these. As you can see, well, he was one of my Manticore army. And I put 80 mutations into melee and 85 in health. And then when I leveled him, I kind of split that up. 39 in health and 49 in melee. Now this is single player. And in single player, you have 88 levels you can put in to a dino. And that's also, I believe, with the X dinos and the ones that come on Genesis, but you can't find on other maps. They also have 88 levels. The other dinos on servers and the official servers can only get 73 levels, but this is single player. So I put 88 levels into each. You can see in my Uteranus, I put 79 into stamina, 78 into health, 80 into melee. That's my Allosaurus. I put 83 into stam, 87 into melee, and 85 into health. That's my Therizinosaur. Put 87 into stamina, 81 into melee, 85 into health. Now I wanted stamina on this one because I ride them around. I wanted them to last long enough. And Megatherium, which they shredded the broodmother. I put 82 into health and 79 into melee. And I wasn't going to ride them at all because I ride the Yudi in that boss battle. So I didn't put any at all into stam. But this is how they turned out. They're all imprinted. And you can see they all have really good health. Okay, now how I did this was I followed the advice and the video by Seashell Gaming. And she has the best breeding video on YouTube. It's almost 2 hours long. It's worth every second. And she explains how to breed and how to chain the stats in a very easy and understandable way for everyone. Now what I did over here is I kind of tweaked it a little bit to where I could go further. Now I use the Dyno Storage Mod and I have S+, but I'll show you how to do this without those mods too. You can see here I have my base females. I'm doing tech raptors just because I love raptors and I love breeding. And this is my base female. All of the base females and the base male have the exact same stats. And I got pretty good ones. They're not the best I could get out there, but you know, 47 in health, 45 in weight, 49 in melee, and 40 in stamina. It's not too bad. Now, if you're going to breed min-max, you can have a low-level raptor with like the oxygen and food and speed stats down to nothing, and then you can gain food, and then you can gain in those stats that you want. Now up here I have a health. He has 1 mutation in health, so he has 49 health instead of 47 health. So I will breed these together until I get a baby that has 2 stat mutations in health, which will be a 305 because the level goes up by 2 points. So you will have a 51 in health and a level 305, and that's what I'm looking for. Now say if that baby's a female, what you do is like I did this one over here. I got a melee stat, but I got it on a female. So what I did was I bred her to my base male until I got a male with that stat. And I got one, and I raised him up. As you can see, he's right there. He's ready in line. And this is what I do different from Seashell Gaming. As I have one breeding over here and looking for the next stat mutation, I have these all ready to go. Now, this melee male, he had just finished growing up, so he's in line. When I get that second or 2 out of 20 stat mutation in health, now I'll take that baby and I'll put him right over there, feed him and let him grow up, and he'll join the line. Now, let's go through the Dyno Storage Mod first. This is very simple. It's right here. It's very easy to make. Let me show you. That was right there. 10 cementing paste, 50 metal ingot, 7 oil, 9 polymer, and you make it in your inventory. The soul traps are only 1 crystal each. They're very simple to make. Then what you do is you go into here, go into options, automation. You click fertilized egg collection, fertilized egg incubation. And you can see there's a lot of different things you can do with this mod. And then go into options again, newborn auto trap. You enable that, and this will pick up not only newly hatched dinos, but the mammals who drop their babies, and it'll pick up the babies in here into the soul balls. But you've got to make sure you have plenty of soul balls in here to pick up the babies. Now you see I have all these eggs. These are ready to go. And we'll deal with that in just a second. Now what you can also use if you have S Plus is the S Plus Hatchery. And the hatchery will pick up the eggs and it'll incubate the eggs, but it's a lot slower than the soul terminal. Also with S Plus you have the nanny. Now when you're breeding like this, what you want to do is you don't want to imprint. So right here you disable the imprinting. And when you're ready to, with your boss army, you can enable imprinting again and she'll imprint the babies for you. Now you can do this, and this will give you, like, I have it set for 10, so every time I throw a baby out, she'll automatically give the baby food. I just have to make sure that there's food in her inventory. And I use prime meat because I got a lot of it from leveling up the babies. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to take some eggs out of here. As many as I can carry here. Yeah, we'll take that many. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to turn this off because I'm going to show you what to do if you do not have S Plus or the Dyno Storage Mod. I have some ACs in here. I have Dream. You can see I'm mutated Thylus too. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw out some eggs. I'll start with that. I'm looking for a 305. I do not have a 305 in here. Okay? Some more. 305, 305. There's a 305. What has he got? Health 49. No, see, I want a 51. And there's another one in there too. What is that? Is that a twin? Yeah, they're twins. Okay, and then we just pop on Dream. And that takes care of the raptors. Now, a lot of times they'll just push them through the mesh and you don't get anything. If you use a baryonyx or a therizinosaur, they will actually harvest the baby before they get pushed through the mesh. So you can get resources from the babies like prime meat, or in this case, it's tech creatures, so you get a lot of electronics, element dust, oil, and so on. Let's see if I get a 305 in this batch. 303, 301, no, 305s. Okay. And you'll have to do this with with the S Plus hatchery too, because they don't pick up the babies. Okay, so that's how you do it that way. Now I'm going to show you what the Dyno Storage Mod does. We're going to turn this back on. Enable. And we're under a heat wave. Take some eggs. That was not quite ready, but I think it'll go anyway. And we're going to come over here. Throw that one out first so it can incubate. Okay, hear that noise? That's the noise of the Dyno Storage Mod picking up the babies. Okay, so then you go back over here. And we're looking for 305 health. So what we do is we put search, 305, nothing. We don't have any 305s. So those are no good for us. We can destroy all of those. And now it's empty, and basically they're just deleted from the whole thing. So that's a pretty easy way. Now if you have S Plus, you can use the mutator. It's expensive. It costs 10 element per mutation. But what it's going to do is cause the majority of the eggs laid are going to hatch with a mutated dino. Whether it's in the mutation you're wanting or not, that's, you just got to wait and see. But what I do here on Crystal Isles, because you can get element ore, it's in the bottom of the bee cave, which is in the redwoods. And at the bottom of that cave, there is a water cave opening. You can just take a baryonyx, or I take a Bassie over in a soul ball, and I throw her out into the water and go down there and get element ore. And I keep this thing full all the time. I have some gas collectors where I get gas balls. I get the red gems. I learned this on Aberration, and I have a video on how to farm element. And you just craft it every single time. Now see, I have 12 element in here, so we'll take this. Just making 3 more. They make 3 element per hit. And I just come over there and I hit the thing to make element every time I pass by. And you put the element in here. And you can change the mode on all different things. I use it for a mutation. And it's going to send out a pulse of radiation that causes nearby dinos to lay mutated eggs or give birth to mutated offspring. So we can create a pulse. You see there, it's nice and fancy. And now you can see it's irradiated. And this lasts for about 5 minutes. And you just wait and see what eggs you're going to get. See if you get the right mutation and carry on from there. And I think that's it. And for here, now I'm going to show you how to level up the babies. Once you've went ahead and combined, I'll show you on my Rexes. Where's my Rexes? Let's see, there's my Gigas, T-Rex. Alright, see, I have health, melee, stamina. Here's my final breeders. This one, and this one. And this is, they have 20 mutations, 20. You can see health, 20 mutations in health, melee, 20 in melee, 20 out of 20. Stamina, I didn't do stamina on those, so it's going to be 20 on each side. And you're looking for the 20 mutations in health and 20 mutations in melee. And then you will breed these two to get your boss dino, which is what I have out there. And that's all explained how to do that in the video by Seashell Gaming. There's my final result right there. And they turned out really well. They had no problem taking down the Manticore or the dragon. I actually used Rexes and Aloes for the dragon the first time I took him down. And the Alpha Megapithecus, which I just did a video on. You can watch that if you'd like. But I'm going to take you over to the island to show you how I level up the dinos over there, and we will see you there. So bye for now. Okay, hello there. We are on the island now, and I want to show you how I level up my boss armies. And we're going to start with how to make a kill pin. I also wanted to mention, this is my original character, Talicia. As you can see, she's done the Broodmother, Megapithecus, Dragon, Manticore, Overseer, and Rockwell. So my next step with this character is to go to Extinction. But we're going to do the Dragon again because I've never done it using the Therizinosaurs. But anyway, let's get down here so I can show you how I do this kill pin. Now I start with foundations all the way across. Hello, turtle. And I put up a behemoth gate so the Rexes can go through. And you want to make it big enough so you can put everything up to Rexes and Allosauruses and Therizinosaurs and Megatherium and whatever other dinos you choose to be your boss armies. And I always make sure I have at least one foundation to one side and one or two to the other side so I can put a ramp up and a door. Show you inside here. You can see I have all the foundations around. I have S Plus on this. I have an S Plus nanny over there because I'll also raise up the boss babies in here and let them be imprinted by the S Plus nanny. I have a wall of ACs over there and a wall of ACs there, so the eggs will hatch immediately. And you can see I have a Therizinosaurus right there, 477, and she'll go on up to 483 for her max level. And I've been leveling her up. Now the dinosaur you put in here is going to be on aggressive. So any dinos that hatch in this little arena here are going to immediately be attacked. The only thing with the Therizina is sometimes they'll harvest it. Sometimes you gotta jump up there and get to them so they'll harvest so you can actually harvest the babies. And it's a good supply of prime meat and hide. And you can see I have my Rexes out here breeding. I have found that Rex babies are the best for leveling up both dinos and your character. Now, if you do not have S+, all you have to do is gather the eggs from your dinos over there, from the Rexes, and just toss them down into this pen. And they will incubate because of all the ACs. Those are S+ ACs, but the regular ACs will work too. But they'll hatch out, and then your dino will take care of them in there. S+, you can use the Hatchery. And this is the Hatchery right here. You can see it's powered because I have a tech generator that covers this whole base. It'll also power on an S+ generator. This run by gasoline. And if you don't have either, let's see, it will run on refertilizer. Refertilizer is right here. Very easy to make. 1 fertilizer, 3 oil, 1 rare flour, 1 rare mushroom, and 4 spark power. the hatchery, there it is, S plus, 20 dino eggs, 50 keratin, and 100 thatch. So it's really not that bad. And it will, as you see, it will collect the eggs, it will incubate the eggs, and it will boost egg production. And you just activate it, and when you do, when you put an egg in, I'll show you what the little dodo does up there. You can see I have some Rex eggs all ready to go in here. Oh, she just picked up one, so you can see. And I've been told that that's actually the mating animation for the dodos they had for a while, but she's keeping the eggs warm and everything, so. But we don't want her to incubate eggs because it takes a little while. So we're going to put that egg in the Dyno Storage. Dyno Storage is what I use, and I went through that before over on Crystal Isles and explained how this worked. The only thing is you're not going to turn on the baby dino collection. So because you want these to hatch and you want your dino down there to take care of them. And you put it right at the edge so you have room here. So you can just grab them to here and throw them out there, and I'll show you how that works. And I'll just do that. Throw these over. And you see I can't move except to turn. And then we'll just throw them out. Now I only do about 20 at a time, because if you do more than that at a time, it lags a little. You can see she's down there taking care of all the Rex babies. After a while, you can throw the rest of them out. And she's having a ball down there, just killing babies. And when she's finished with her little rampage, we'll go down there and see how many levels she's gotten. But it shouldn't be much because she's already 477, so maybe one, maybe two. But I leveled up my Rexes and my Allos, my Megatherium, and I'm getting my Therizinosaurus ready for the dragon. Alright, now I have a tech suit on, so I can just hop down. Clear up her mess. This is what I mean about Therizino, because they won't harvest unless you actually harvest for them. So go around there. And let's see, it should be one more. And you want to harvest all the babies, because the next time you throw out a bunch of eggs, they'll immediately start running about. Alright, let's see what we did here. She got one more level. I'm putting that. I got them up to 81,000 health, because I like them to have a lot of health. And then everything else is going into melee. But you can see you get hide, meat, and prime meat. And that, right now I put all that in the trough, but you can cook it up and have a good supply of meat. Let's see, how much is this? Yeah, I can do that. So, run back over here. And put this in the trough. You can see all this meat. I have a stack mod on here, 5,000, which a lot of people have trouble with stack mods, but I haven't had any trouble lately, or yet, so hopefully it'll be good. Now, this is single player, and as I mentioned before over on Crystal Isles, single player, the dinos, you can put 88 levels into them. And you can also do that with the new dinos that came out on ARK Genesis maps and the X creatures. They'll have 88 levels too. But the other dinos on the servers and everything, the original dinos, they can only be leveled up 73 times. And there is a level cap on the official servers, which is 450. And you can see their Xeno down there is already level 478. So she wouldn't fly on a server. You could just go up to 450. And that's where you min-max the levels to where I would want to breed her with lower level and food and oxygen and just the stats we really don't need for the dragon fight at all. Weight, Rothera. Anyway, so I think that's it. Now, I did mention Seashell Gaming over in Crystal Isles, and she's the one that has the breeding video. I'm going to leave the link to that video below, so you can, if you wish, you can go over there and watch her video. I strongly advise it. It's a wonderful video. And until then, I will see you next time, hopefully for the dragon fight. Bye-bye.